Hi, my name is David Ruben. Today I'm going to tell you what a probation before judgment means. It's a term that we use in our criminal justice system all the time, and when people go get speeding tickets or people go to court for speeding tickets, they oftentimes get probation before judgment. They don't really know what it means. I'm going to do my best in this video in just a couple minutes to explain to you what it means. When someone goes to court in Maryland and they're found guilty of a crime, of a speeding ticket, of whatever, sometimes the judge will offer you what's called a probation before judgment. Now, what does that mean? A probation before judgment means you're not going to get a conviction. The words probation before judgment. And judgment in Maryland is the same thing as a conviction. So what the judge is going to do, whether you have a trial or you plead guilty to a serious crime or a speeding ticket, the judge is going to find you guilty, and then immediately, if you're an appropriate candidate for a probation before judgment, the judge is going to say, I'm going to strike the guilty finding, I'm going to strike the conviction, I'm going to enter probation before judgment, I'm not going to give you a conviction, and as long as you do what you're supposed to do on probation, you're never going to get a conviction. So for a criminal offense like a theft or for a drug charge or for an assault, if you get a probation before judgment, you're not going to have a conviction. What does that allow you to do? It allows you to not have a conviction on your record. It's the Maryland law that says, look, this is a first-time offender. The facts are not that serious. There were reasons for why he or she did what she did, so we're going to go easy on you. We're not going to make it so you have a criminal record for the rest of your life and make it impossible for you to get a job or to get a license or to go to school. We're going to give you a break. We're going to give you a probation before judgment. And in more serious cases, you're going to be put on probation. It might be supervised, it might be unsupervised. You might have to do anger management classes, you might have to do alcohol education classes, you might have to do a drug treatment, you might have to pay somebody restitution. But we're going to put you on probation and we're going to make sure you do what we want you to do, and you're going to stay out of trouble. And if you do all that, you're never going to have a conviction on your license. Now, the most popular time or the most frequent time probation before judgment is used, and you've probably seen this before, is for speeding tickets. You go into court, you plead guilty to going 65 in a 55 mile per hour zone, and you say, Judge, I want a probation before judgment. And the judge says to you, and it depends on the judge, but in most jurisdictions in Maryland, well, when's the last time you had a ticket? Well, I haven't had a ticket in 5 years, Judge. And the judge looks at his or her computer and makes sure you're telling the truth. And if it's in fact you haven't had a ticket in the last 5 years, most judges are going to give you what's called a probation before judgment. What a probation before judgment means with a speeding ticket is that you don't have a conviction. And what is it that's sent over to the MVA? Convictions, because convictions give you points in Maryland for speeding tickets. Certain tickets give you 1 point, certain tickets give you 2 points, certain give you 3 points, and so on. But if you get probation before judgment, you don't get any points at all. And that's usually reserved for first offenders or for people who haven't had tickets in the last 3 to 5 years. And even with a DUI charge, if you've done a lot of things before court, you've done an alcohol education class, and you haven't had a DUI before, you have a good chance of getting a probation before judgment. So probation before judgment in Maryland is a good thing. It doesn't mean you're not guilty. And you always have the right to fight your ticket or fight your charge and try to get the judge to believe or the jury to believe that you didn't do it, and that's okay. But in those cases where you're found guilty and you don't want the judge to penalize you very much, you ask for what's called a probation before judgment. If you have any questions about it, feel free to give me a call, shoot me an email, make an appointment, come to my office. I'll be happy to explain it to you anytime.